Hello everybody and welcome back to this week's episode of the pre-production meeting number 30. I am your co-host Josh Urquhart.
And I'm your other co-host Daniel Cugola.
Daniel, my friend, welcome back. How are you feeling this week?
I'm good, Josh. How are you?
I'm good, Daniel. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Yep.
Cool.
All right, thanks everyone for tuning in.
Nah, guys, it's good to have you back. Thank you for tuning in and joining in to an official now 5 out of 5 rated podcast on Spotify. So
based
thank
on
you all.
12 reviews. So
based on
that's
12 reviews. But hey,
good.
there you go. On Rotten Tomatoes, they're classified 100% on Rotten Tomatoes if they get over 10 reviews. So we're certified fresh on Spotify, ladies and gentlemen.
Got that blue tick.
Exactly. Do we?
I don't know.
Are we going to pay for Instagram Premium, get that little blue tick? Sure. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Cool. Indy, get on that. Nah, it's good to have you guys back. This is the podcast where we run through myself, Dan. We run through myself and Dan. Me, Dan, and Austin run through the progress of our next 3 films that are in production, all at different stages, but you see from conception to execution how we make the film, whilst also talking about pop culture and a little bit of film news, etc. But Dan, my friend, without getting into too much of the progress, how have you been this week? What have you been up to?
Look, in terms of my film progress and my own writing and whatnot, I got to say this hasn't been the best week for me. This is one of those weeks where I have to just look at it and be like, okay, that's a step down, but try and do better next week. I know this week coming up for me is going to be busy in terms of other projects I'm working on.
That's good, man.
But I think after that, I'll really step it up with my own writing and whatnot.
Yep.
And then I have like a month or so until I go away for holidays.
Yep.
So I want to just like try and do as much writing and stuff as I can in that month before I go away.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's it?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, that's good. How about your other, in terms of like the other productions that you're working on? Like, what's coming up for you in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, so I got that short film I was talking about last week that I'm first ADing on. So just organising that. You know, I'm going to start writing up call sheets and just organising people because I got to organise the extras and bring on a few crew members and things like that.
How many extras do you have to organise?
I don't know the exact number at this point. It's hard to say because we're bringing in some crew members as extras. And then we have extras who are friends of crew members. And then we also have extras from Star Now that we're bringing in. So it's a whole amalgamation of people.
Amalgamation?
Yeah.
That's a big word.
The right word for that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
do you have a second?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, different because there's 2 shooting days and it'll be a different second for each day.
Oh,
but
right,
they're both people I trust. So
that's right. Is this the one where you're trying to do 20 pages in 2 days?
Yeah, but it's actually like mapped out pretty well.
I was going to say, how have you gone about like?
Yeah, so like I feel pretty confident with it now because there's not that many shots when you actually look at it.
How many shots do you know off the top of your head?
I think like on day 2 there's only like 9 shots because a lot of the shots are long takes.
Yeah,
like we have a Steadicam operator who's going to come in, which like even though there's less shots, those shots will be more complex and will take longer to set up and stuff. But the DOP and the gaffer are lighting it in a way where we don't have to change setups too much. So they just
that's so good.
Set up at the start and then you don't have to change lighting too much. It's just about getting the Steadicam and, you know, the choreography right.
And have they had to rehearse for the choreography and stuff like that?
Not really. We're sort of just going to have to see how we go on the day, I think.
Okay.
And then, what is it, day 3? There's more shots on day 3. There's like, I think like 15 or 16 shots, but the coverage is a lot more simple. So it's just like static camera.
So you are
I don't think we have the Steadicam camera on day 3.
So you are doing more than 2 days though?
Yeah, there's a 3rd day that we're doing at the start. So it's like we're shooting.
Sorry, what? A 3rd day you're doing from the start?
No, on the at the start before the 2 days. So as we're shooting Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a 3-day.
Saturday, there's literally like 3 shots on that day. It's a super simple day.
Okay.
And then Sunday is the big day with all the extras and stuff, which is actually Mother's Day as well. And then
oh shit, yeah. That reminds me, I gotta get a present.
Yeah. And then Monday is
shout out, Mum. I know she's listening.
Monday's also a big day, but it's a little bit less complex in terms of the shots we're doing. So
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you excited for it? Like, do you like being a first AD? This is your first time, eh?
On this level. First time on this level, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like it. I'm I've always loved the whole filmmaking process. So
yeah, just in general.
I always like dipping my toes into the producing pool as well. But I don't think producing is what I would want to specialize in.
Okay.
But I always like reaching out to people, bringing people on.
See, I hate that aspect of it.
Really?
I hate talking to people.
Wow.
Like, I get into this, I just get really awkward. I'm an awkward guy. I know it might not seem like it, but I'm very introverted and stuff. Like, I get really like awkward when I have to call someone. I'd much rather text or email.
I don't love phone calls. Yeah.
For
but
example,
you don't have to call them. You just email.
Yeah.
Them.
Well, for example, these fucking locations which we're still trying to lock in, like it says like email them, whatever. They have a phone number there, and I see the phone number, and I'm like, no thanks, I'll email it, even if that risks not getting the location. It's so
that's
bad.
The thing. Yeah, you kind of just
It's
have
so
to overcome
bad.
that. Hey,
I know.
Yeah.
But I love first ADing as well. It's like it's a role where you can dip your toes in each kind of, I don't know, you work close with everybody.
Yeah.
And you get really close, and you're the boss on set, and you know, all time is like run by you basically, and it's a lot of pressure, but I love it. It's a lot of pre-production work as well, like establishing how long you need for this shot, and you know, what shots are you grouping together and stuff like that.
Well, fortunately, like it's been really good with the producer and the DOP. They've given me a lot to go off, which is really good. So.
That's so good, man.
Yeah.
And then is that the only project you have coming up which you're working on, like as a secondary?
Yeah, everything else is just like I'm still doing a little bit of the Warner Brothers work, but that's like literally just rock up on the day, move a few things, and come home and then get paid for it.
Did they give you those Blu-rays, or was that you just went and bought them? From
No, they had them there, and then I was like, oh, you know, if no one's...
You stole it from Warner Bros. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. No.
You fuck.
They just had them there, and then I was like, can I have these? I'm a movie buff. They're like, yeah, of course. So
that's so good.
I took them. Yeah.
Oh, fucking nice.
Stanley Kubrick film collection.
Wow. Good old Stanley Kubrick, huh?
Yeah. And the lady was surprised that I knew who he was. She's
really?
Like, oh, you know who Stanley Kubrick is? I'm like, yeah.
You just said you were a film buff. Of course I fucking know who Stanley Kubrick
well, I
is.
said I was a film buff after I mentioned... I looked at it. I'm like, oh, Stanley Kubrick. She's like, oh, I'm surprised you know who that is. I'm like... Well, I mean, he is one of the greatest filmmakers ever.
How fucking insult me like that?
Yeah. Do you know who I am?
You work for fucking
Warner
Bros.
I am the co-host of the pre-production.
Oh, fuck, that's funny. That's funny. Are you a fan of The Shining or no?
Yeah.
Yeah?
But somebody raised a really good point about that film to me the other day. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I fell asleep in it.
Oh. Is it because it's old? You can't watch anything older than like 20 years?
No, I can, man. I told you I love singing in the rain.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. It was alright, I guess. I think maybe I was tired or something like that.
Yeah, fair. No, someone raised the point that like Jack Nicholson's sort of just... He doesn't really have much of an arc in it because he like... You know he's psychotic from the start. And that's kind of a Jack Nicholson thing. He's always the crazy
Spoiler,
dude.
bro.
But not really. If you haven't seen it by now, like, come on. We spoil stuff on this show half the time, alright?
I'm a big fan of Dr. Sleep, though.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was
I really liked the villain in
amazing.
that. She was great.
I loved the cinematography. I thought it was fucking incredible.
That was good too.
At that point, I don't think I'd watch The Shining.
Sorry?
So I don't think I'd watch The Shining before I watched Dr. Sleep, but...
You wouldn't?
No, I don't think I did, because it's like
right.
It's a sequel to it, right?
The Shining's a sequel. Is that what you're saying?
No. So you know Dr. Sleep?
Yeah, Dr. Sleep's a sequel.
Is the sequel? Yeah.
The kid, Ewan McGregor is the kid from the first one.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
cool. Well, no, it was it was good. It was good. Well, that's good, man. It sounds like you got a good couple things coming up. Don't you have a shoot in June as well?
Not that I know.
No, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Tell us about you, Josh.
Yeah, no, look, man, my week was good. Thanks for asking, Dan. Busy, as always. We'll get into it. There's only, quick math, 30 days has September, April, June, and November, and the rest are 31. All right, cool. So that means there's 25 days left until...
I do the Knuckles.
Yeah, I don't.
January, February,
I do the
March.
Sonic.
What's that?
I'm joking. You said Knuckles, I said Sonic. Sorry, bro.
All right, thanks everyone for tuning What
the fuck has this been this intro? But no, man, no, it's been super busy. There's been a lot of shit that has had to just a lot of not problems, but shit that I have to sort out this week, and just we have 30 days. Oh, fuck, I just forgot 25 days until shoot now.
Really?
So
that's not long at all.
Yeah, I know, bro. Yeah, I should be stressed. Fuck you, I know, bro. I know.
Why are you here?
I don't know, man. I'm keeping it together. But yeah,
how are you feeling?
Yeah, good, man. Yeah, not stressed really. There's things that have come up. I'll tell you, it made me feel a little bit better. Like the crowdfunding finished last night, and I'll get into that. But I'm gonna have a bit more money than I realized. So that's
nice.
That's gonna take a little bit
of
stress.
$50 more. From me,
probably. Thanks, Dad. I appreciate that.
Welcome.
No. It's like I miscalculated, a good miscalculation, and I think I'm gonna have about, I don't know, maybe $1,000 more than I thought, which is needed because we have other expenses.
You got a package in the mail last night.
Yeah, exactly, man. And just these expenses have jumped out of nowhere that and I'll fucking get into them. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? But man, it's been a really good week as per usual. Again, I'll get into the progress, but we're creeping closer, man, and it's just about honing down those little logistical bits and finalizing bits and pieces, polishing it, and we're getting there. And I'm feeling confident, and it's like I think about it, and there's a lot to do, and a lot that has to go right. But it's like it's such a big thing in my head. It's only when I look at it surface level, it's like, fuck, this is near to impossible for nothing to go wrong, right? But so I just got a message from my girlfriend. I love you. Happy podcasting, XX. Yeah, so nice. Shout out. I know you don't listen. We had this conversation this morning. But hey, I hope you listen to this one. But yeah, man, it's so big surface level, but I really then think about it, and I'm like, the only day that I'm stressed about is that last day, which is the big day, with all the extras and stuff. And I'm like, on surface level, if everybody does their jobs, it's going to be sweet. It's going to be fine. Yeah. And I can't wait to reap the rewards of it, of all this hard time, effort, money, blood, sweat and tears that I put into it, and same with the crew, So
it's just about the rewards for you, is it?
Job? No. Well, when I mean rewards, it's about, more so the crew. You know what I mean? I heaps of time and effort everybody has put into this production. I want them to reap the rewards of it. This journey builds all of us as filmmakers, and definitely for me, I feel like, bro, if I'm able to get through this, then every other set will feel like a breeze to me, right? And I feel like, I don't know, with this kind of this experience that I've gone through these last 2 years has been invaluable, and I can't wait to use what I've learned on this big of a production and help everybody that I am on their sets and stuff like that. From it's a big production that we got going on. So man, I'm excited. It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good. And I think I might have mentioned this before, but I have a tradition before number one, the premiere of one of my movies, or before I go film. And there's two things that I do, and I originally only did it for the premiere, but I think I'm going to do this the day or two before filming, right? So my grandfather was the filmmaker, right? And this is what I did before the premiere. I went and visited his grave. I think that's really nice and really, I don't know, it just gets me in the right headspace, and because after all, it runs in the blood, so got to show. Really nice. Yeah, I do that, and then I also watch La La Land, and those two are those are my pre-filming. Those are my pre-filming rituals and pre-premiere rituals, and I get goosebumps even talking about it.
How many times have you seen La La Land?
Not as many as you'd think. The film that I've seen the most in my life is definitely Friends with Benefits with Mila Kunis and Justin Timberlake. Yeah, man. Dead ass.
How many times have you seen it?
Too many to count, man. I would say upwards of 8+ maybe.
Wow.
La La Land I've seen, I would say only a handful of times, to be fair. Maybe 3 to 5. But yeah, I like to keep it for the special times. You know what I mean? Or when I'm showing somebody I care about.
Yeah.
It's a big thing. But yeah, man. No, that's me for this week. Let's get into the actual potty. But appreciate you asking, man. It's
no worries.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited to be on set with everybody and everybody to see what we've got in store for them. So
sweet.
Let's get into it, brother. Let's go to the wrap up of the week. Now, I think how we're going to structure this is we both have separate things to talk about and we'll kind of breeze through them. But then we have a big movie which I think we're going to talk about this week. Maybe get into some spoilers as well. We both saw Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and I think we have a lot to say about it. But before we get into that, Dan, what else have you seen this week privately, my friend?
Okay, so I saw a couple films.
Okay, what did you see?
I watched Alita Battle Angel.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, have you watched it?
No, but it's so random.
Yeah, I don't know. I was sitting at home and I just, sometimes you just feel like watching something that's kind of blockbustery, just easy to watch.
Is that
that's action adventure
produced by Spielberg or something like that?
I think you might be thinking of Ready Player One.
No, wait,
it's directed by Robert Rodriguez.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, which I actually didn't expect because it doesn't really have his flair other than like some cyborg elements and stuff like that.
My bad. Produced by James Cameron. That's who I was thinking.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty
got Christopher Waltz.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
No, it's good. It was an interesting choice to have a main character that is completely CGI, but, looks like a normal person except she has big eyes. I think it's based on an anime. Okay. So that's why she's got the big sort of anime eyes.
Cool.
But yeah, it's a little odd because, she resembles a normal person, but everyone else is just normal people. Okay. So it sort of stands out a bit. But cool. I didn't mind it too much. Like as you get into it, you don't really notice it so much. But I can see why other people would have looked at the film and been like, oh, it looks kind of strange. Like it looks a bit weird.
Is everybody else real life?
Yeah, and that's why it's a bit of like a strange contrast.
What's it about?
It's just about this cyborg. So this girl's a cyborg. She's built by Christoph Waltz.
Right.
And she's like, new to this world. And basically they live on this world where it's like this poor city, similar to Elysium. There's like a floating city where the rich people live and then a city where the poor people live. And they're, you're not really allowed to go to the rich city. But we meet this character called Hugo who wants to go to the rich city. Like that's his aim. And then we find out that he's doing things for money to try and get there, and all this stuff goes down. And Alita's sort of trying to just make her way in the world, and people want to kill her because X, Y, Z. It's just I don't know. It's
just something to watch.
Yeah, it's just like a fun sort of blockbuster film.
Sure.
But what I really did like about it is this Hugo character is the main love interest. So him and Alita sort of have this romance that starts throughout the film.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm going to get a little bit political here, but like...
Oh, God.
Hopefully I don't get cancelled. No.
Go. I fucking hate politics.
Well, like, in a lot of Hollywood films recently, right, they're sort of trying to... And I guess in the media in general, I feel like they're trying to push this message, or they're trying to sort of pit men and women against each other in a certain way. You see a lot of things on social media of like, men talking badly about women or women talking badly about men, and it's like it's just really discouraging to see because like I really believe in equality for all people, for sure, right? And it's like in films, like traditionally you had the whole damsel in distress situation, right? So you have the hero, the man would come in and save the woman kind of thing. Yep. And then now they're sort of flipping that and they're making like the woman sort of comes in and saves the man. Okay. And I've noticed in a lot of films recently, they sort of have these female characters that are sort of strong, heroic characters. They do this in the new Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, no spoilers, but yeah.
So there's like 4 main characters, 2 are women and 2 are men, and the women are very like strong, heroic, and the guys are sort of like the doofus characters, like they're sort of just stupid, and they let the women sort of do things. Mm-hmm. But the issue is that with the women, they don't really have anywhere to grow as characters because they already know how to do everything from the start. Okay. This is the same issue they had with Rey in Star Wars. In the first film, she's already like...
super powerful.
Yeah, she knows how to fly ships. She defeats Kylo Ren in a lightsaber battle, even though it's her first time holding a lightsaber. Yep. Where does the character have to grow from there? You know what I mean? Like,
so it's more for you about the female characters not having room to grow more so than...
That's not really what I'm going to touch on here. Okay. But sort of the thing I really liked about Alita is what I'm trying to say is they're with the media and Hollywood and stuff, they're sort of trying to push back and forth against
each other.
Who is superior, who is inferior against men and women.
Sure.
But what I really liked about Alita is it's just two characters who are trying to work together for the greater good.
Okay, yeah.
And it just feels equal, and it's like a nice love story where two people are just, they just care about each other, love each other. And it was really nice to see, instead of, this person needs saving, or you know what I mean? Like, that's what I feel like relationships should be, just people working together.
100%. So do you think, in terms of Hollywood as well, so it was always, and I think this is just what you said, but I'm just saying it back in my head to make it make sense. Yeah. It used to be, the guys saving the girls, damsel in distress, and now as we progress, it's kind of Hollywood almost as like, not really an apology, but almost like, now it's the girls' turn to do that, to kind of make up for all the years it was the guys.
They're trying to push it back, but I feel like they're still a little bit scared to give the females character flaws, because they don't want to make them look weak. But your character needs flaws, otherwise
every character, no matter if they're male, female,
exactly
anything.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's a little bit of an issue. That
it just should. Everybody should be equal, right?
Exactly right.
And fair enough. That's a good point, man.
Yeah,
good point.
So that's one of the things I really liked about this movie, and there was some really cool action sequences as well. It was just like pretty enjoyable film. One thing is that they very much set it up to be a franchise, because the whole film is about them trying to get to this floating city, and you don't even see the city the whole time. Like, they're trying to climb up there at the very end, and then they're setting up this villain, and you don't even see him right until the very end. So it's like, I don't know how I feel. I like films to be like its own contained thing, and then if it needs to be a franchise or sequel, add that on. But like, it's hard to look at a film as a complete piece if it's... This is the whole thing that, Marvel's going through right now. It's like every film feels like a setup to the next one. And it feels more like a product than a finished, complete film.
Yeah, which, we'll
touch on that.
We'll touch on that in a bit. Yeah. Okay, what would you rate Alita Battle Angel?
I think I gave it 3.5 out of 5.
That's exactly what I thought you were going to give it.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Good stuff. What else have you seen? Is that about it?
No. So I watched the film that I told you.
Oh, fuck. This has scared the shit out of me, bro.
So I was looking through my Netflix list at films on my list, so obviously, that I was like, I don't want to watch something too long. What's the shortest thing on my list? And I saw Malcolm and Marie. I fucking
knew it was going to be this one, bro. I knew it.
Yeah. I kind of want to hear your opinion on it first before I trash it. No, I won't.
Fuck
I
you.
Promise.
Okay, no.
I do have critiques, but like, I want to hear your opinion first.
Bro, trust me, this film is so poorly received by most people. I saw it with Jay and Fetty, and they were both off their tits drunk, and so they were crying by the end of it because like, this is so beautiful, and I'm there just taking care of them because I was driving.
Yeah.
But this is my review.
Did you see it at cinemas?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know it was.
We saw it at we saw it at the Ritz. Like, it was like in a really olden day kind of film.
Oh,
it
that
was black and white, and it was just up on the top level. It's like those cinemas where like you don't really get those that much these days, but you do at the Ritz. Is like they're split into 2 levels, and you're up the top. So this really hit hard for me. Again, it all comes down to, and I know you know this about me, how it affects you, and like how it makes you feel and stuff like that. And okay, my review is pretty long, but basically It resonated with me because I've been in so many toxic relationships.
I see.
So the way that they portrayed and conveyed the toxicity in relationships and the ups and downs you go through, it was literally like what did I explain it as? It was it was a where is it? Oh fuck. All right, you know what? I'll just read it real quick. All right. Okay. I'll read the most important bits. This film was hilarious, serious, painful, and fucking real and relatable. This film was an emotional martial arts contest. The hooks and jabs, the absorption of emotional distraught, the level changes, the changes of power, who's got top control, who's hit below the belt, who's got deducted points, who won. I never quite experienced a film or experience like this in my life. The writing was the best I've ever seen in a movie. I was truly invested in every single moment, in every single line delivered. I felt every blow. The film really truly puts you into a relationship, a true relationship. Whether you are in a relationship or single, you're truly challenged in perspective, life, thoughts, morals, values, and questions. This was a 2-hour movie, but I could truly watch it all night. It was art, poetry. I truly felt I was on the sofa with the characters, on the floor with the characters, sharing a cigarette with them. Every single moment was excruciatingly real, so painful, a piece of art that can either make you truly relate or truly feel. It did both for me. I've never ever felt this passionate as to how much these actors deserve Oscars. A piece of true cinema, a mix of true discussion on today's cinematic industry, as well as a perfectly told, not love story, but a story about love. Yeah, that's all I had to say.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Tell me, bro, what did you think about? Because I know some people that hate it, I know people that like it, people that are indifferent about it.
Yeah, I think it got better as it went along.
Yeah.
To me, at the start, it felt very much like a glorified actors' workshop. Sort of like these two actors put together in a room and they have to
that's
argue about
brilliantly
things,
put.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, because they have that first argument and then it sort of settles. And then Zendaya sort of goes into it again.
Mm-hmm.
And that very first bit felt a bit forced to me because it was like, I felt like it was a natural conclusion and then she just started up. It felt like the plot driving more than the character.
That happens in fucking arguments.
I know. Because it happens again multiple times throughout the film.
Yeah.
And for the rest of the film, when it happens, it felt natural. But something about when it first happened felt forced to me.
Fair enough.
To me, it felt like in real life that would have ended there. But who knows? That being said, though, the fact that it does feel like an actor's workshop sort of works because they're such good actors. So it's entertaining nonetheless, just seeing them go back and forth. And like, it's interesting seeing how those, how their character traits are explored. Like you really see how, is it John Washington?
John David Washington.
Yeah. How his like, you know, narcissistic traits come through.
Yeah.
And how Zendaya is shown as like a recovering drug addict and stuff. And I really loved how they flipped that scene where, you know, when she's got the knife and she's like, I need my meds, I've never been clean. And you think like, oh, I almost see it as like a sequel to Euphoria. Like if she were to get clean and like fix up her life.
It's made by Sam Levinson.
Sam Levinson as well, yeah. So before I watched it, I was expecting it to be like, I don't think, you haven't watched Euphoria, have you?
I have.
Okay. Have you seen the 2 special episodes?
No. So I got through the first season. There's only 2 seasons there.
Yeah.
Got through the first season, got a little bit into the second season, and then I just couldn't continue watching. It was very triggering.
Yeah. So, okay. Fair. Yeah, there were 2 episodes that it's basically just characters talking for
the therapy episodes.
Yeah. So there's one with Zendaya and her sponsor, like her drug rehabilitation sponsor. Yep. And they're just like in a, what do you call it?
The anonymous.
Like a diner, just talking for an hour about life and stuff. Yep. And it's really beautiful, just like, and very sad as well, just seeing, you know, Zendaya's talking about like how Jules, like her love interest is like the only thing keeping her alive, and like, you know, talking about like, you know, her drug addiction and all that stuff.
She's come a long way from Shake It Up, hey?
I don't even know what that is.
On Disney Channel.
Is that what she started?
Yeah, her and Bella Thorne, bro.
Oh, yeah. So I thought it was going to be similar to that, and it was, but it was also different. You know what annoyed me?
What?
Some of the things that John Washington was doing.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess this was intentional, but like when he was eating the macaroni and
I knew you were going to fucking say the mac and cheese.
And he's like, the fork like hitting the plate. I was like, bro, I'm so angry right now. And then like,
fork hitting the plate, that's what annoys me.
When he's like listening to Zendaya, he does this pouty thing where he's like...
So do that again to the camera.
I just want to slap him. And then that scene where he's yelling for like 20 minutes about like hating critics and Zendaya's just watching him laughing. I was like, bro, we get it. Shut up. I get that's the character, so it's fine.
Oh, fuck, I'm crying. That's hilarious.
What else?
Did you like the bathtub scene?
Yeah. That was probably my favorite scene.
Yeah, dude. I got to rewatch it.
Yeah, that was great. I feel like I had more to say about that scene.
That's all right, yeah. What did you think about the writing?
Like the writing? It was good, yeah. Like just seeing the lengths that the characters are going to hurt each other and you know, make it personal. And then like as the subtext comes out and you find out that Zendaya like just wanted to tell her story, and like that's the reason why she's so hurt, and you really like empathize with her. I love the scene on the bed where she's like, I just wanted to thank you. I just wanted you to say like, you know, thank you for being there and all that. That like broke my heart a little bit.
It's a roller coaster, that film.
Yeah, and like that's why I liked it more as it went along, because I was really invested in not just the actors' performances, but what they were actually talking about.
Yeah.
Like, I really liked how John Washington was talking about not needing someone in a relationship necessarily, but just loving someone for the sake of it.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a really profound and interesting thing to talk about.
That's something that I've kind of between my last two relationships come to realize, and I feel like I feel like most people should realize this, is that if you want to be in a healthy relationship, you got to realize that if the relationship is everything to you, then you should not be in fucking one.
Well, I think people romanticize this idea of love being like, oh, I need this person or I'll die without them. They like the idea of that. But in reality, that's toxic. And
it's
like
fucking toxic.
The other reality is that like you will survive if you break up. You know,
Dude.
Pretty much everyone's been through a breakup. You know, you get on with your life. Life goes on.
You do.
So you can't, you know, it's not healthy to just be like, I need this person or I'm not going to survive.
That's kind of what I've, because I was in like a couple toxic relationships. I'm in a healthy one now, but like where that person was like everything to me, and it just got really bad.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of coming to the, you know, like I said, I go to therapy and whatnot, and like coming to the like point that, you know, a relationship isn't everything. You're loving someone for the sake of loving them, and it's just about experiencing love. And the moment that, the relationship is everything, then you shouldn't be in it. Like, I know I would be fine. This has nothing to do with my relationship now, but I know I don't need a relationship to be happy.
Yeah.
It's a fucking awesome bonus in life.
I think, like, I would almost say you shouldn't be in a relationship unless you have that confidence. That
exactly, man.
Be okay.
100%,
you know?
brother. And I couldn't preach that more.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else you wanted to add on Macaroni?
No, like I thought, I like the way it ended. It's just they sort of just come to an equilibrium, and then like you don't really know where it goes from there.
Yeah.
It was a pretty solid movie overall. I'd probably give it like a 4 out of 5, I think.
Really? I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah, I think black and white was also a good choice. It makes it feel more classic.
They filmed that during lockdown,
Right.
and it was like a couple days, so they were very restricted by like the time and stuff. And like it's really interesting. I listened to a podcast with Sam Levinson, who is quite controversial, but like just like how that film came about, and like how they were struggling to find a location, and it came down to the last like couple days before they had to shoot, and like they got it through like some architect or something like that that did something because they saw something in a magazine, and apparently there's a critic that Sam Levinson is like hinting to, and then this critic spoke out about it, and it's just
so it's actually inspired by real.
Well, he says it's not, but it obviously apparently is.
Course,
But
which is interesting because it's almost like the characters talk a bit about that throughout the film.
Yeah.
It's almost like reflected in the writing.
Exactly. And that's my second favorite film of all time.
Yeah,
But you know, I'm glad you liked it, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking epic. But is that all you've seen? Yeah, this week.
Apart from
Yes, apart from that.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Good stuff, Dan. That's
Yeah.
really good. I'll run you through what I've seen. Pardon me. 2 things. I've been watching the Clone Wars.
Oh, yeah?
So I've been watching the Ahsoka Tano essential episodes,
Yeah.
getting ready for the Ahsoka series in August.
Yeah.
And Lockie's pretty happy with me, I think. So I've made my way through. I think I'm on the last season of Clone Wars because Disney Plus give you like a collection of Ahsoka episodes that is considered essential viewing. But then I also have this like list externally of Ahsoka episodes, and there's not that, or there is quite a bit. But I've worked my way through all the seasons. All Ahsoka episodes. I'm on the last season, and then what I've decided is I'm going to watch Rebels all the way through because Dave Filoni came out and said the Ahsoka series is basically season 5 of Rebels. So I'm going to watch Rebels all the way through, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm really liking it. I did the early seasons of Clone Wars were a bit and I think the animation really puts you off, but as it progresses, the animation gets better and the stories get so good. Like there was one particular arc, which is some of the best animation storytelling I've seen in ages, and it was in fucking the Clone Wars, bro. It was like this storyline where Ahsoka gets fuck, I can never think of the word. She gets what's it called when like where she gets framed for bombing the Jedi Temple, and just that arc of 4 episodes is just incredible storytelling. So if you're gonna watch, I really recommend watching that. But so I've done that. And I'm feeling good about myself because that's one thing I wanted to get done before I saw Ahsoka in August, so I understand what's happening. So after that, or not after that, but I watched Ghosted on Apple TV Plus, and it fuck me, man, that movie made me so pissed off. I think I gave it 1.5 out of 5, and that just like there was no saving aspects of that film, and Ana de Armas is in it, bro. Like it's hard. So just like I wrote some notes about it, and I don't. It was a while ago when I watched this. I think it was like a week and a half ago. But dude, man, the dialogue is just terrible. And I watched this film not too long ago.
What was that line you were saying about the plants?
Oh man, I can't even fucking remember. He said something about I don't even know. They have this obsession with plants, which makes no. It honestly felt like this guy it was his first time directing or writing. I saw a movie called Paris Can't Wait recently, and I thought that was the worst writing that I've ever seen in my life because these people can't fucking act. And then I saw Ghosted, and bro, it's Ana de Armas and Chris Evans. Like what? Dude, it's just so bad. And like, dude, this dude, bro. So you know when you're starting to talk to someone and they, oh, you don't? Oh man, I'm sorry. Okay, well I can tell you when you start to talk to someone and like my girlfriend, when we started to talk, like we were talking for a bit and then she didn't respond for a whole week. When we're still talking on Hinge, and then she eventually responded after. She said she was helping her mum with hairdressing, but okay. Sorry, that's just
that's a dig. That's a dig.
She doesn't listen to this anyway. So Chris Evans, right? He goes on this like date with Ana de Armas at the start of the movie. I won't spoil it, but then basically she doesn't respond for 1 day. 1 day she doesn't respond for, and he's on a plane to fucking London to find her. 1 day, bro, she doesn't respond, and he's tracking her to fucking
Chris
London.
Evans, like he would have
Chris
options.
Evans,
like.
bro, it's like. Bro, I can't even do that. Okay, another thing.
Oh my god.
Ana de Armas can't fight to save her life. I don't care how much like training she does.
Well, she's got that John Wick spin-off coming up. So.
Yeah, man.
Wait, no, she was good in Bond.
She was, but this movie, I don't know if it was just the choreography, bro. Yeah. It looks like she's doing like ballet when she's dancing.
Right.
Like it's just like.
When she's fighting, you mean?
Yeah. So when she it looks like she's doing ballet when she's fighting, bro. She can't, and bro, she also can't run. Like none of these characters can run. Not many people can do a convincing
Evans
run.
can run.
Yeah, I know, not in this movie.
Oh, doesn't he have like asthma? I saw that one.
Yeah, he does, but it doesn't fucking matter, bro. The only good run that I've seen in cinema is Tom Cruise's run. This and it's boom, 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 boom. Yeah. But bro, these guys can't run. The CGI is fucking terrible as well. What is this one? Oh, it covers his head even though he's the one hiding. Don't know what that means. Table for Mr. Taxman. Don't know what that means. The main MacGuffin of this film is this thing called Aztec, which is like, I don't even know what the fuck it is, to be fair. I was so taken out of this movie. But it looks so fake. It's clearly plastic, and it's supposed to be this indestructible, like, world-ending device. It's just literally a pelican case. Like, it's fucking inside.
One of the cameramen was like,
literally, man, that's what it looked like. Like, one of the cameramen just gave him the pelican case. It was like, here, have this. So it's one of those movies that like just tried chucking like famous pop songs in the middle of the movie just because, and they're just so out of place in this movie. Like every single fucking fight scene has a pop song. Like it's ridiculous. It doesn't work. It's fucking terrible. Yeah. I didn't care about the ending whatsoever. Yeah. I was just checking my phone. I think I fell asleep as well in one part of it, and I just did not care about anything. And you know, with these kind of rom-com adventures, like you would hope that there's some kind of chemistry, mate. These guys. One of the main things about this film was these guys have sexual chemistry. They said it many times, like, "Oh no, you have to be with him because the sexual chemistry is off the chains."
Where the characters say it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bro, it's like that. Like, it's like, no, you have to go to him because your sexual chemistry is amazing. But these guys don't have sexual chemistry to like my asshole. Like, fucking, I could have a sexual chemistry with a plant that's more than fucking these guys have with each other. Like, it's fucked. But anyways, that's my little rant about Ghosted. We're 38 minutes and we're not even into the progress. Let's run over Guardians of the Galaxy 3, my friend.
Yes.
I thought it was fucking fantastic, and man, it brought me to tears a couple times. I'm not gonna lie, it made me cry, made me emotional. What are your thoughts on it?
Yes, quickly, I would like to thank James Gunn.
Thank you, James Gunn,
for bringing us something that feels like a film rather than a product.
Brother, that's what Marvel's fallen into lately as well. You know?
It feels polished. You know, the CGI is actually good.
It is. It is. Yeah.
Very. You know, there's a story that you can follow. That has a lot of heart. It's emotional, very emotionally heavy. There's some themes of, animal abuse that were pretty hard to watch.
It was the darkest Marvel film I've seen.
Yeah, definitely up there. You can tell James Gunn loves these characters.
Yeah,
just their dynamics with each other are really great to see. And then you see some new dynamics as well, like how Nebula comes into the team.
Yeah, dude.
Like how
Nebula crying.
Yeah.
As well at points.
It's and Peter still trying to deal with the whole Gamora situation since it's not really the Gamora that he used to know.
Yeah, man.
And it's just... Oh, and they have a really well-placed F-bomb as well, which...
Marvel's first F-bomb, man.
Yeah.
Perfect.
How good would it have been if they dropped an F-bomb in, like, Endgame or...
I saw it come in as well because I got it not spoilt for me, but, like, they were hyping the shit out of it. It was, like, part of their marketing. Like, oh, my God. Kevin Feige was like, Tim, you don't want to be the director that drops Marvel's first F-bomb. And James Gunn's was like, yeah, I do.
No, it was so well-placed, though. Like,
it was.
It felt so natural. It didn't feel forced.
I just James Gunn's love these characters, and I love these characters. It was heart-wrenching, like at points, and there was something I was going to say as well. It's a better family film than any of the Fast and Furiouses were ever about. The first guy, it was a perfect trilogy as well, I reckon.
Yeah.
The first film was about Gamora and her family dynamics. The second was about Peter Quill and his family dynamics, and then who would have thought this film would have been about Rocket and his family dynamics, and I'd say the most emotionally heavy and theme heavy film out of them all, about a CGI fucking raccoon.
I do wish we got a little bit more about Groot emotionally, I think.
Yeah.
But I guess we got that in the first film.
Exactly.
Anyway, so
exactly. And I don't know, man. I wrote this in my review of 9 years ago, Guardians 1 made me want to be a filmmaker, and 9 years later, Guardians 3 made me feel those exact emotions all over again, this time as a filmmaker. James Gunn knows how to pull the heartstrings, and it feels fucking good to be a DC fan right now. Marvel has lost their only shining light at the moment, and DC have gained fucking the biggest prize right now in comic book, the comic book genre in James Gunn, and I couldn't be more excited. And so the first two acts were good, but it was like it didn't amaze me. And then that last act was got to be one of the best third acts I've seen ever.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the villains were a little weak though.
Okay.
I mean, the main antagonist, he just screams a lot. He has a face that's stuck on. And then Adam Warlock, he just sort of flew around and didn't do much, yeah.
I know.
I think he's meant to be ultra powerful in the comics. So I think they nerfed him a bit.
Oh, they have to, bro. He was already fucking, especially when his intro is ultra powerful. I love Will Poulter.
Well, that's the thing. It was sort of they had him super powerful at the start, and then they just came up with this random plot device that wasn't really explained of him just randomly dying. Not dying, as in actually dying, but he would just lose charge. That happened 2 or 3 times. They didn't explain it.
Yeah, no, that's true.
He just sort of
falls
collapsed,
over.
and I was like, oh, okay, I guess he's run out of charge.
I think they're saving him for bigger things in the future.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think making him dumb and all that shit, it makes sense because he's still a child, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, they mentioned that he's still basically
But do you think this sort of goes back to what I was saying earlier on about all the male characters sort of coming across as...
I don't know, man.
Just think of the female characters in the film versus the male characters. All the females are strong and
Yeah, I don't necessarily think. I don't.
But when you start to see it, it's like a pattern that is throughout a lot of blockbusters and
I don't know
Hollywood films right now.
Maybe I think
there's no problem with that. It's just I guess it's alright because these characters have flaws.
These guys are always
fine.
Yeah, exactly.
In this case, it's good, but
yeah.
Yeah, just in other cases where it's lazy writing.
For sure.
That's when it's a problem.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was fantastic. A perfect way to end the trilogy. Great. James Gunn hasn't missed for me as of yet. You see the reunion of basically the whole Peacemaker cast. Minus John Cena. The main guy was in Peacemaker. The main villain, sorry.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't seen Peacemaker.
Oh, you haven't seen it? Is one of the main characters in Peacemaker.
Okay.
And James Gunn put his wife in the movie again. You know,
who was she?
She was the girl in the fucking my least favorite part of the film, the admin. Where she's like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. She's like one of those yellow people.
Is she the one with like? Yeah, I know which one.
Has the white like shit on her.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to explain it, but yeah, dude, I fucking loved it, and I thought they ended it really good. Yeah. And very emotional, and I'm very happy, and that's it for that team of Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's not a spoiler, they said that, and I don't know, is there anything else to really say about it? I feel like that's basically
there were some bits that were a little cheesy.
Yeah,
that part at the end that I won't spoil.
Yeah,
I don't know whether I should say it or not.
What
should we just spoil it?
Spoiler alert.
All right, yeah. When Groot says "I love you guys."
Oh, that was nice,
sweet,
bro.
But I was like, doesn't really make sense.
My mate turned to me at that point and he was like, "That's not it."
Yeah, so I heard someone in the cinema goes, "Fuck's sake!" Yeah,
I thought that was cool. Vin Diesel finally got to say something other than "I am Groot" in 50.
Yeah, no, I literally went, "Oh," but
I think we both kind of said these cheesy bits work.
It's earned. Yeah,
it's earned.
Yeah.
You got to earn to be cheesy.
I agree completely.
And I feel like they did in this film. And finally, Marvel fucking put something out that was good.
Yes.
And
thank you, James Gunn. Thank you, Marvel.
It was so needed. And now James Gunn is up and away with Superman. So apparently he's casting for that right now, and I can't wait to see what he does in the future. But yeah, that's basically it for the wrap up of the week. 45 minutes into the podcast. All right, Dan, progress, my friend. What have you been up to this week with your film?
So
you said there wasn't that much, but you know.
Yeah, I got the corkboard going.
Okay.
So I have a corkboard at home, and then I pin up
right.
beats of my story, and then I have like 40 palm cards that are filled out. So I've only
40 beats.
Well, I don't know, something like that. How many beats do you normally have?
Well,
Save the Cat says to have around that many.
Yeah. Well, for a short.
Oh no, this is the feature.
Oh,
the horror feature.
Right. Sorry, my bad.
No,
I was thinking about short film. Sorry. Right. Continue.
I've only done I've only written out the first act beats.
Okay. Yep.
And I'm still sort of figuring out elements of the second and third act anyway.
Yep.
And like changing things around. Even the first act, things are changing. It's always like that. But it's good, like actually being able to see it out in front of you physically.
Of course, man.
What else?
That's still a lot. You put it up. At least you're doing something, bit by bit.
I just thought it'd be further than where I am right now, but
yeah. Set yourself deadlines, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard when you got a big holiday coming up, but
yeah, no, you just got to do it though. Like, it's not an excuse.
Yeah.
I'll get it done.
Yeah.
As I said, I think next week, I'm busy next week, but the week after is the one where I'll definitely crack into it.
Cool. Good stuff.
Make some good progress.
Are you going to write the feature before the short? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't want to I've never fully completed a feature, right?
Yeah, me neither.
I don't want to be in this situation where it's like I've made the short and then like it actually gets some traction.
Yeah.
And then it's like, then I have the pressure of having to write the feature from scratch. And
that's like what I've been kind of like tossing up between.
But you do have the book to go off.
I do. Yeah, you're right. But like this week especially, I'm like, okay, once I finish this, I'm like.
But you have time, like when it's in post-production.
Yeah.
You could be writing.
Yeah. I at least want a first draft.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want it polished. Like, at least I can get something out. But it's like, would I rather do that or would I rather start writing my next short? You know what I mean? It's a catch-22.
What's your goal? Because you want to make a few more shorts, right?
Yeah. So next year.
What's your goal with them? What do you want to do with them?
Next year I want to make 2 more shorts. It's not necessarily like a goal, like to do those like shorts in particular. It's more to just have more shit to my name. You know what I mean? Right. And if they get traction along the way, then they get fucking traction. Right. The goal specifically with Ozma is to, possibly get it made into a feature. Yeah. But other than that, I don't really have any goals specifically for the shorts. You know,
But I feel like you should have goals because like it takes money, time, everything.
Yeah, exactly. You're 100% right. Like obviously, like I want things to come from it, and hopefully these get into like big festivals. Of course, that's a big goal out of everything. Whenever I do, I'm not just making it for the sake of it. You know what I mean?
Actually, there is something I want to talk about.
Yeah.
So, just the way you said that, man.
Yeah, no, go.
This week I was helping out on a short film. It was the short film of a girl that's at JMC at the moment. So she's a student there, and it was just like she's an actress. So it was her and like a couple of the other actors from the school, just like putting together a film to showcase their acting and stuff. But she also wrote the script and was like directing it. But I sort of, because I was there as an AC, Indy was DAP, Indy who's coming on, who listens to the podcast. Hi, Indy.
Oh, shout out Indy.
And yeah, I was AC, and then I was saying to Noah's the director and actress. I said to her, like, you know, I've directed a few of my own short films, and like, you've got a lot on your plate right now because, you know, like writer, director, actor, it's a lot to juggle. So I said, you know, like if you need any tips, like I'm here, I can step in, like give you a little bit of direction or whatever. She's like, yeah, cool. And then she also had another lady there, Kylie, who was like, I think is one of her acting teachers or something. So she was like helping with direction and stuff, which was good, and was sort of acting as a first AD as well. But this girl, like I have to say, she's probably one of the best, if not the best actors I've seen come out of that school. Like she's like insanely talented.
JMC.
Yeah.
Not AFTT, JMC.
Well, what's happened recently is JMC's taken AFTT, so the actors are at JMC now.
Yeah.
But like this girl can control her tear ducts.
Fuck me.
Yeah, so literally we were doing this emotional scene and every single take just tears,
like Margot Robbie.
Yeah. It's like insane. And like she showed me, she's like, yeah, like she was
How
putting
does
on
she do
makeup
that?
and then she's like, oh, I don't want to ruin my makeup, but I'll like show you. And then just like, I don't even know how she does it. She just has
Is
the
it
ability
emotional or physical?
It's not even. She just knows how to like control the tear ducts.
Brother, that's insane.
And she was like, oh, I won't get into too many details about
How
things,
old is
but
she?
She's 22. So
okay,
like
that's fucking,
no,
that's
she's
so
really
good.
talented. She's very good.
Sorry.
Yeah, all good. And then she was telling me some like personal stories, which I won't go into because of her own privacy and stuff. And things that the short film was actually based on, which is like things from her personal life. And like, she's a really good storyteller, and just the way she was telling these stories, I was like hooked onto every word she was saying.
Brother.
And then after the shoot, I was just like thinking about the story, and I was like, I really want to see this get made. Like, I wouldn't even care if this movie got made and made $0. I just want to see it exist.
Yeah.
It's like the first time I've ever really felt that way with a film.
That gives me goosebumps.
Yeah, because normally I'm like, oh, you know, with the films I make, I'm like thinking about how to sell it and stuff. But with the story she told, I was like, I want to see this as a film. I wouldn't even care if anyone saw it. It's just like that good of a story and that interesting.
Can you tell me after?
Yeah, I'll
right.
maybe, like, we'll see.
Okay, yeah.
And then, like, I messaged her and I'm like, yo, like, this needs to happen. Like, you know, if you need someone as, you know, director or, like, anyone on the team to help you, like, I'd love to do it.
I don't even know
like,
what it's about and I'm hooked.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, like, this is my baby. Like, I'm going to, you know, after films, I'm going to be writing it and working on it. So,
cool.
Yeah, just, yeah.
You find those people, bro. And I found that through one of my actors in my film, and he's only as a smallish role compared to the other parts, and he's one of the most talented filmmakers, storytellers, actors I've ever seen. And I'm like, I've promised him that like my next film, like I want to work with him over and over again, because the way he views not only filmmaking but the world is just like incredible, and his story is amazing. And I feel like he has a lot to tell and a lot to, you know, show. And out of all the actors, he's for such a smallish, I don't believe in small roles, but smallish role compared to the others, he's really putting in everything to this. Yeah. And it's blown me away, man. And it sounds like, you know, I don't know, there's just like people that you really connect with sometimes, and actors that just come out of nowhere. And I feel like this girl might be something like that. For sure, so,
and you just, when you see potential and you're just like, that could be something great here, you know.
That gets fucked, bro. that gives me goosebumps.
That's what it's all about. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff, man. So other than the corkboard, nothing really else.
Not too much else now.
That's fine.
Yeah.
No stress. All right.
What about you?
So, brother, thank you for asking. Quite a bit, my friends. So, the crowdfunding finished. Went really well. I think we raised about $4,600 for the crowdfunding.
Well done.
Which is,
can we get some applause?
Yeah, we can. There we go.
Very nice.
I actually don't know how to turn this off. There we go. Yeah. It's still going. Thank you guys. But no, man, it was incredible. I did not expect to raise that much at all. Yeah, it's incredible. It's definitely going to help out a lot. What else has happened these last? Because it's been 2 weeks since we did the podcast. Just had meetings after meetings, man. We've locked in a singer and actually have a meeting with her at 1:30 today. So she's actually like shared her debut unreleased album with me, and like I've gone through and I've chosen a song which I want to be playing through the scene and stuff like that. So we'll go into specifics today with her. You know, there's just been a whole lot of dropouts as well the last 2 weeks, whether that's, you know, actors, runners, gaffers and stuff like that. And it's just, you know, problem solving on the go, and like, you know, it's hard, especially when you're booking extras like this far out. Extras are flaky, man, and you know, you got to have people that you trust, and also a good like AD department to keep on top of that. So in saying that, I've locked in and I have a second and third AD for the project, which is really good. I've basically got all the numbers for the extras, but that will probably drop as we get closer to the actual shoot. But I'm really happy with how it's going, and I'm still going to get heaps more extras just in case, like backups and stuff like that. And you yourself helped me with, was it a runner?
Yeah, or a PA.
Or a PA. Runner/PA, same thing. Which I'm really thankful for, because we had somebody drop out as well. So that's been really good. I've had like multiple meetings.
Wait, did you message the...
Not yet, I'm doing that after this.
Okay, no stress.
But I've had multiple meetings with like the PD and the cine. Like, I had like a 2.5 hour meeting with my PD in Starbucks the other day. That was really good. Yeah, it's just been, I've set up staging rehearsals for the next couple of weeks. I have like 2 more sessions, and on those days, me and Connor gonna go through and shoot the shot list, just on his iPad and whatnot, and see if we can combine shots. Because when I was rehearsing, I felt like there was places where we could, just to make it a bit quicker on the day. What else have I done? I don't know if I mentioned last time, I got hard drives.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Got the two SSD hard drives, and then one two 2 terabyte SSD hard drives, which is the main ones, and then 1 4 terabyte as a backup. The tent is almost done, basically. I was with Lukey yesterday, and all he's got to do now is stitch the Hessian cloth together, and then lay it over the top, and we'll see how that goes. But it's looking really good. I'm really happy with it.
Nice.
What else is there? Lucas has been really good with the schedule, and constantly, like, we've all been updating him with stuff, and he just continuously changes it. And I think he's waiting until we finish these staging rehearsals to lock in the final production schedule. But we'll have a basic schedule so everybody knows well in advance, like, what they got to do and stuff like that.
Yep.
What else? Oh, one of the big problems that we've had to kind of figure out is like I said before, these windows that we got to black out, in the ballroom, and like how the fuck we're going to get material that big to black it out. So we've come across this drape hire store, like for theatrical productions, and I think we've found these drapes which we're going to hire, which is really good, but they're quite a bit of money. Specifically, it will cost us $1,200 to hire these drapes. But now that we've raised more than I thought, that's going to be possible. Yeah. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We're still having massive fucking problems trying to lock in this last location, and it's like we still haven't like figured it out. And it's like the easiest location, man. It's just a garden. I just want a garden that looks nice or anything. And it's just like we've got rejections, people just not getting back to us, and then now Lexi is like, she may have something for us, maybe not. We're going to get it done one way or another, but it's like so easy, but it's like so fucking annoying. It's like, just let us use your garden, you know what I mean? You know, if you guys have any gardens or know any gardens that are in and around, let me know, please. But yeah, that's basically everything. I've just been updating like extras and shit like that throughout the week, and
it gets hard when there's so many crew members on. Crew. It's like there's a lot of people.
Exactly, man. Exactly. What else? I've just been making sure the Instagrams are up to date, like the It's a Film Instagram. Alrighty, guys. Sorry for that interruption. We've just had a little bit of a technical difficulty, which is a bit out of our hands right now. They've just started a drag bingo right outside the recording studio, kind of without letting us know. You know, it's become a bit of a recurring factor. But you know, we don't complain because we don't pay for the studio, so we kind of just have to go around it. So if you hear some things in the background, it's they're just screaming through a microphone, which is quite irritating, you know, when we're right here with these microphones that pick up everything. So you know, we basically finished all the important stuff. So that's basically all I have you know, progress wise this week. There's a lot to do. Like I said, like 25 days or something until shooting, and now we're figuring out, you know, like parking spots for like the last 2 days, and you know, just the logistical little things. But I think I've gone through the most of what I've done this week, and like figuring out these drapes and stuff, and budget, like what's left. That's basically all I have, man.
Sweet.
Let's do a quick dependent variable. And again, sorry guys if you can hear this in the background. It's a bit out of our control. But the dependent variable this week, it's called the dependent variable because just like in a science experiment, the dependent variable is the variable that changes, and this topic changes each week. This week we are doing Would You Rather Film Edition. Now, Dan, you have no idea what I'm about to ask you, right?
I don't.
So
I'm a bit worried.
These are just like would you rather questions in terms of like, I don't know, movies that we would have seen. You'll understand, and give us a little explanation as to why you would kind of choose this, right?
Okay.
The first question: would you rather be a tribute in the Hunger Games or explore the maze in Maze Runner, and why?
Okay.
It's a big one to think about. Yeah. What do you reckon?
I think you have a better chance of survival being in the maze because you work as a team.
You do.
In the Hunger Games, you're on your own.
Everybody for themselves.
Yeah.
Unless you're Peter and Katniss.
Yes.
Exactly. You know what? That's perfect. Perfect explanation. I think I would do the exact same. Yeah. They're both very good. The Hunger Games is a very good is it trilogy or is there four?
Four.
The last one is like split into two.
Quadrilogy.
But I definitely like the first and the second, and then the last is I don't really like. I think part two. The Maze Runner. Fuck man, I haven't watched that for ages.
I've only seen the first one.
Yeah, it's a good flick. It's a good flick. I like that a lot. Yeah, you should. Would you rather be a Jedi in Star Wars or be a Hobbit in Lord of the Rings? Mate, that's pretty fucking... Why the fuck is that even on there?
Yeah, definitely a Jedi.
Obviously a Jedi.
As time goes on, I start to see more problems with the Jedi, I think.
Yeah, bro, especially in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Like, especially in the Clone Wars, I was seeing just the Jedis are just like the council, and I mean, it was pretty much because it was corrupt because of Palpatine, but
not only that, like they suppress all emotion. That's the whole thing.
Detach yourself from all like emotions, attachments, because that's what makes the Jedi weak, kind of thing.
Sort of makes sense. Like it's sort of like a Buddhist perspective, I suppose.
Yeah,
but
I guess so. Yeah.
At the same time, I feel like it's important to feel emotions.
Yeah,
just as long 100%. As you don't let them overwhelm you.
Exactly. But there you go. That's a good one. All right. Would you rather live in the Matrix or enter dreams in the Inception?
Ooh.
Enter dreams. I feel like it's a pretty cool concept. Plus, I hate the Matrix.
At your own will kind of thing? They're both at your own will? Or?
Yeah. At your own will. Like, I don't like the Matrix. I don't even pay attention to it, so fuck the Matrix.
I think dreams, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's cool, going into people's dreams and stuff like that. And
yeah. I don't know, the Matrix is just kind of like a simulation.
Exactly. All right, would you rather be a member of the Avengers or a member of the Justice League?
Trying to think of this from a logical point of view, like what would be safer, I guess.
What a mature thing to say.
Or like more interesting.
I feel like the Avengers because I don't know, I don't know. The Justice League have the Hall of Justice, and
it depends who I am. Like, am I a god? Like,
I don't know. Are you a god? Are you a fucking god? How strong am I?
Because like all the DC heroes are gods.
You're not that strong.
Okay.
What am I like? I was just saying in like.
Am I like Hawkeye strength?
Whoa. You dog my boy Hawkeye like that? Yeah. My boy Hawkeye just fucking survived a tractor falling on him. And you're fucking going at him right now. Bro, way to hit Jeremy Renner when he's already done, mate.
In
all right?
real life?
In general. Yeah, didn't you hear what happened to Jeremy Renner?
Did he get?
Mate, he was helping. The snow. He almost died.
Oh fuck.
Bro, he died. Literally was this close to dying, and now he can't walk properly. He's like walking and hobbling. How did you not hear this?
I heard something happen. I didn't hear what it was though. Oh my man, I hope he's alright.
Yeah, now take it back.
Jeez.
Hawkeye's fucking strong, man.
The character still sucks. Yeah. No, he's alright.
Whoa,
he's alright. I'm just saying he's not the strongest.
Did you like the TV show?
Yeah, it was alright. Yeah. I like Haley Steinfeld, so
yeah, you do.
I do.
So do I. Okay, remember Justice League or the Avengers? I'll just say the Avengers.
You have to answer my question though. What level of strength do I have?
Mate, you fucking... I don't know, you're Iron Man.
Okay.
You're a human, but you have like...
To say like Iron Man level strength is like the hero of... Like the big guy in the Avengers, but it's like mid tier in DC heroes.
Yeah.
Because DC heroes are literally gods.
Yeah, that's true. Except Batman.
Yeah. Well, who's a human, but somehow...
Do you guys hear that? This is the shit that's happening outside right now that we're having to deal with. Just choose. Who would you be? I like Avengers because they have Nick Fury, so it's like kind of the head of thing. Where Justice League, I feel like egos would clash because there's not really a leader, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I'd pick Avengers.
Yeah, I'll pick Avengers too. Yeah. All right. Would you rather... Stupid. All right. Would you rather dance with Johnny Castle in Dirty Dancing or have Patrick Verona sing to you in 10 Things I Hate About You?
Wait, who's Patrick Verona again? Is that
Heath Ledger's character?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, man. I think, man, you can't go past the Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
I love me a bit of Dirty Dancing.
Yeah. I'll take that.
We'll do that. Dirty Dancing is the one with like the water and like...
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're both dirty dancers. Josh. Would you rather fight with Billy the Great Hope from Southpaw or fight with Rocky Balboa from Rocky?
I haven't seen either of those.
You never seen Rocky?
No. Funnily enough, I've seen Creed.
But you haven't seen Rocky? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh man, I would fight with Rocky just to say I fought with Rocky.
Yeah, but he'd whoop your ass. He'd definitely whoop your ass.
Oh man, look, I don't know, I'm pretty good. I watch MMA.
Is the guy from Southpaw... Sometimes I just ignore what you say. Like, I've got my own thought ready to launch, and I'm just like, oh.
Sorry.
Is Jake Gyllenhaal a good fighter?
I haven't seen it.
Why would you pick that then?
I said Rocky.
That was the other movie. You said the other movie.
Yeah, the Southpaw one.
Yeah.
Fight with Billy the Great.
But you haven't seen that movie? Southpaw.
No. But I just want to be hit by Rocky Balboa, bro. Rocky, fucking hit me, bro.
You haven't even seen Southpaw, so how could you even
Because Rocky can hit me whenever he wants.
Fair
all right?
So it's just, you take him over any boxer.
Yeah.
What about like Mike Tyson?
Why are we talking about Mike Tyson now?
I don't know. Would you rather get hit by him or Rocky?
Well, Rocky, because he's not an actual fighter.
Yeah, true. But like movie version of Rocky.
Was there a movie version of Mike Tyson? Or?
No.
Okay, no. Well, you know what? I'd probably go Tyson now because he's about 60 odd. So
we're talking
and
about
high all the time. So.
But then is Rocky old as well?
Sylvester Stallone.
Are we talking modern times for both characters?
Okay, fine. Modern both in their primes? In Rocky's prime?
Both in primes.
Probably Rocky. Because he's... I don't want... Look, I'd rather still have my ear right now, and Tyson has a thing about biting ears. Anyways, I think this one's a good one. Would you rather attend Hogwarts in Harry Potter or go to Narnia in Chronicles of Narnia?
Ooh, that is a good one.
Man, I haven't seen
Narnia
wanted to go to Hogwarts. Ages. So do I, mate. Sick. I was like... I started playing Hogwarts Legacy, right? And I just got so busy, man. As soon as this film's over, I'm finishing Pokemon Violet, I think I have, and then finishing Hogwarts Legacy. And I'm not even a gamer. It's just both of those games fucking interest me.
You know what they should do?
What should they do?
This in the, you know how they're doing the Harry Potter series?
Are you going to say Cal Kester?
Huh?
Should they, no? Okay, sorry. I thought you were about to say they should do like the Jedi Survivor.
I'm talking about Star Wars. I'm talking about Harry Potter.
I thought that's where you're going. My bad.
Well, yes, they should, but why are you talking about Star Wars?
I don't know, man.
Oh, we're loopy here.
It's a drag bingo, bro. It's going to my head.
No, they should explore, if they want to set it in the same time period as Harry Potter and do a reboot, they should explore like a bunch of characters that hate Harry Potter in that world.
Yeah.
So I think he's like stuck up.
Draco Malfoy.
Yeah.
Maybe a Draco like series. Imagine that. Yeah. I tell you what, I've been hearing a lot of. Like they want a Tom Riddle series, like before he became Voldemort.
Maybe, but is he the protagonist? It's pretty hard to have Tom Riddle as a protagonist. He's like pure evil.
That's true. Well, I mean, I don't think so. No, I'm joking, bro. I'm joking. He can zap me on the head whenever he wants. All right. Would you rather own Woody from Toy Story or own a Minion from Despicable Me?
Oh, Woody.
Yeah?
Yeah. Minions are annoying.
What?
What would you rather?
What the fuck was that?
It's just the Minions do. We go to the moon.
Going to steal the moon.
That's Guru though.
Oh yeah, true.
Not the Minion. What would you rather? Minion?
Oh yeah, nah, fuck it. Yeah, the Minions are cool. Yeah, because there's not really much you can do with like Woody. Minions are cool. I'd like to have like minions to help me.
Oh,
just like in everyday like tasks.
Yeah,
and
that would
stuff.
be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Would you rather be on the run from Thanos or be in the presence of Sauron?
I've only seen the first Lord of the Rings.
Oh man, fucking! I thought I'd seen much little. You know,
Yeah.
much.
What
little,
would you
doesn't make
rather?
sense. Probably Sauron.
Is he?
'Cause fuck Thanos chasing after me with all those
I'm
Infinity
not having
Stones.
that. I'll take Sauron as well.
Take Sauron. Plus, I don't know. I was gonna say Sauron's not that big of a fucking villain. It doesn't
Is
do
that how you
much.
say his name?
I don't know.
Sauron.
Fuck Sauron. Sorry,
Whatever.
sorry,
I don't
you
know.
Lord of the Rings
I
folks.
don't know.
Yeah, no, we're sorry. Honestly, I think Sauron's a pretty pissweak villain. Maybe back in his
Isn't
day,
he just like a tower?
he's a fucking eye. Like fucking.
Wait, so do all the enemies work?
You
for
know
him?
how to beat Sauron?
How?
Give him conjunctivitis. Because he's just one big eye.
Wait, so he's a tower,
I was expecting
right?
a laugh from that. That was pretty funny.
Wasn't that fun?
Fuck you. All right. What?
Wait, so all the other like creatures, do they like work for him? What's
they
the
do.
relationship? Okay.
Honestly, it was a long
work
time.
for a big eye.
Yeah, they work for a big eye. Exactly. Okay. Would you? No. Okay. Would you rather go up against the Penguin or the Joker? The Penguin, bro. What's he gonna do?
Oh yeah, any day.
Mate, you
Penguin.
can't.
But he
That's
does
such a
have. I
stupid-
feel like he has more people at his disposal.
Yeah, but the Joker's. The
Wait, are
Joker.
you just talking about a one-on-one fight?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah,
Like
bro,
just-
obviously the Penguin.
Like a gulag fight. Like you're just in a room and you have to just take them on.
Yeah.
If
Sure.
it's self-contained, yeah, definitely the Penguin. He's a little fat guy.
Yeah, exactly,
But
man.
if we're talking about in the real world, maybe the Joker, because the Joker's so psychotic that he doesn't really have as many people working for him. Whereas the Penguin, like, is a crime lord. He could get people to come after you.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, here's another one. Would you rather be... Oh, there's another Hogwarts one. Would you rather be a student at Hogwarts or a student at Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Again, I think I'll just go Hogwarts, man. It's like so
Yeah,
big,
it's
so much
so
to
cool.
explore, so much to do. Okay, would you rather... Oh, this is a good one. Would you rather be a slave to Darth Vader or a slave to Jabba the Hutt?
Are they going to put me in the golden bikini?
Oh, man, I would pay
I'll
to see that.
definitely pick that.
Mate, Indy, can you, when you listen to this, could you Photoshop for the next teasers for this episode? Fuck off.
I'll send you some shirtless pics.
Daniel in the golden bikini that layers in what was it? The Empire? Is it Empire? No, Return of the Jedi. Yeah. What would you rather do? I think I'd rather be a slave to
Vader would just destroy you.
Mate, just choke you.
Yeah.
I mean, some people are into that, but like
Jabba wouldn't choke.
no,
Jabba's not doing much. He just sits there.
yeah, exactly. That's what. Sorry, what? Sorry, what does Jabba do?
You try to get me to repeat whenever I make a funny noise.
Oh gosh, hold on. I'm just writing down clips that may be clips, later on. All right. Would you rather... What the fuck is this? This is would you rather questions for every film buff, and one of the questions is, would you rather fall in love with a celebrity or a criminal? What's that got to do with this?
Yeah, they're not that different.
What's that got to do with a film buff? Oh my gosh.
Why is that even a question?
I don't even know. Would you rather have the powers of... Okay, some dude doesn't know what he's doing here. He said X-Man, Wolverine, or powers of Green Lantern. I would say Green Lantern because you can turn it off when you want.
Yeah, and also being Wolverine hurts. Like when the claws come through, it hurts every time.
Have you seen Logan?
Yeah.
Shit, man.
Mance's going through it.
Exactly. All right, I think that's all we have.
All right.
Would you rather win an Emmy or an Oscar?
An Oscar.
Yeah. Okay. Would you rather win a Golden Globe or an Emmy?
I don't know what's better out of them. What's more prestigious?
Well, an Emmy is TV show.
Yeah.
Well, Golden Globe is still like film, I guess.
Right. Okay.
But I would say Emmy is more prestigious than Golden Globe.
Yeah. Probably.
Do you know what an EGOT is?
No.
It's Emmy. Oh fuck! Hold on, wait. I might be butchering this. Hold on. EGOT.
Is this like the Golden Trio or something?
Yeah. Emmy, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Award. All of them.
Oh, okay. I've never
So the
even heard of
Tony
Tony
is
Award.
Broadway.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony. Watch where you going. I'm walking there. I know it's not. Anyways.
Talking to me. There ain't
Talking to
nobody
me.
else here.
I'll go some coffee, yeah?
Give me coffee and
Give
a
me
hot
coffee,
dog.
yeah?
for
Give
my
me a
daughter.
hot dog. You know what? Why don't we do this in a fucking accent to
Let's do
exit
it.
the podcast?
Let's do it.
I can't do a New
Let's
York
tie a
accent.
bow on this episode. That
Yeah,
was so
dude,
bad.
you know, if you want to catch us, you catch us at the pre-production meeting. The pre-production. Why would I say it like a child? Catch us at the
pre-production.
the pre-production
My
meeting.
name's Hedwig. You know, from Split.
Gosh. All right. You want to catch us at the pre-production meeting on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your
not bad.
podcasts. You know, man. And, you know, the pre-pod at Instagram, TikTok, TikTok, and, you know, all the social media. Shout out to Indy, our magnificent manager.
Shout out to you, dude. Is that Gollum or is it
Whoa,
Stitch?
bro, that's
no, I know who it
Stitch.
is. They kind of sound. Yeah, they
Maybe we should do impressions.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we've already done that on the podcast, but all right, cool. We'll catch you guys next week, and
Thanks, guys.
hopefully we'll see Austin soon on the podcast. I know again
We
he's
won't.
got
He's gone.
Oh, Austin, please come back. I'm just not surviving dealing with Dan by myself, but all right, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Peace.